What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. I had to do my sharing of all the groups for the show tonight. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Dark Truth Podcast. I am your host, the shadiest of Jays. Turn this music down a little bit. Feels like I'm in a fucking 80s commercial. I need to figure out something better than that. But anyway, welcome to the show. Tonight's guest I enjoyed hanging out with at the Academy and in Baton Rouge a fuck ton. Like every time we would chit chat, it would be laughter almost every time. And that's how it's supposed to be when you're around people in this industry, in my opinion. You're supposed to have a good time. I mean, you're there to train and to teach people the ways of tent, but also the enjoyment of being around people that are like-minded is top tier. Like you can't beat it. And if you don't know who the guest is, it is right down here on the ticker. We got Mr. Chase Loupe. But before we bring him on, I just want to go over a couple things real quick. Last week, I did go down to Baton Rouge, and I was a guest trainer at the Geoshield Academy. As you can see, I got my sick hat here. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I've never been a trainer before. I didn't think I was going to be a good trainer. And boy, was I wrong. There was a lot of positive feedback from the students and Brent and Chase and the whole Geo community there. Trey, Cubby, all the guys and the gals. I didn't really talk to the ladies in the HQ that much, but they said they were happy that I was there. Awesome. Makes me happy. I had the absolute most fun watching those aha moments that they talk about, like seeing somebody get what I'm teaching them. And when I say that, it's like on the back glass, I was teaching it in quadrants. Like I split it with a T with a grease pencil. And then I marked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one side, showing how you shrink across and up at the same time, right? Well, 2 of the students really loved that. And so much so that they commented on it afterwards. And they were like, man, if you wouldn't have done that, I don't think I could have understood it the way that it was, that they originally had taken it. And for me, that's fucking awesome. That makes me feel good because I was able to get them to understand it just with a little bit of like, I came up with that on the spot. I didn't plan any of that. I had nothing planned. If you want me to be completely honest, I planned nothing for the training. I was like, well, I thought I was just going to be like an assistant and I was going to be there and I was going to just help out when I was needed. But no, Brent had other ideas. He was like, you're going to teach this bottom loading segment. And I was like, what? He's like, I don't bottom load a 2-stage. And I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, well, guess I'm going to teach a whole segment. And I also did one on the quarter windows. Man, it was just a great time. I don't want to go into it too much until, before we get Chase on, but it was an absolute blast. All of the food. Oh my God. You want to talk about fucking food, bro. I ate enough for a family of 4 almost every day. And the crazy thing is, I lost weight. I lost like 5 pounds being there. And I think it was because we were just moving around and moving and grooving and hustling and bustling so much that I burned all those calories while I was fucking working. And there was never a dull moment. It was always something going on. Like it was either we had lunch catered in, which every day was delicious. My favorite was, of course, the crawfish boil on the last day. Like for John's birthday, that was so much fun. So much fun. And it was the most delicious, perfectly spiced crawfish. Like it was the perfect amount of heat. It'll make your fucking lips burn, but it wasn't like you couldn't eat them. You know what I mean? And dude, that shit, I brought some home. My daughter tried some the night of or the next night when we got back, and she loved them. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, the guys were great. Students were even better, man. They've been calling me, like FaceTiming me for advice and asking questions, and I absolutely love that because y'all know me. I'm gonna help whenever somebody asks. I'm not gonna like give unsolicited advice, but if they call me and ask me for advice, I'll give it to them. And that's what it's about, in my opinion, is just helping others, you know. Be who you needed, right? Like that's what I tried to do at the academy. That's what I try to do in my day to day. I don't always do it, but now more than ever, I've been making it my intent, like it's my intention to do that as much as I can. And with that being said, today is my 6 months of no alcohol. And I'm going to show you all this real quick because it looks cool. But my boy Richard sends me coins, and this is the newest one. I don't know if y'all can see it really, but this is the newest one. I love it. It says, whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything you have faced, all the battles you have won, and all the fears you have overcome. And that couldn't be more true because I was drinking a lot, y'all. And 6 months is a fucking lifetime for me. Like legit a lifetime. I think I'll tell people this. I'm like, I think I drank enough for 2 people for like their whole life. You know what I mean? So not drinking now feels more powerful than how much I could drink, if that makes sense. And to be able to tell people no, like this lady, I'll tell you all this quick story. This lady at the hotel was fucking drunk as shit while I was smoking a cigarette. And she was like, I'm about to go upstairs to get another beer. You want one? And I was like, no, ma'am, I don't drink. And she kind of was like, suit yourself. And then she just walked off. And I was like, cool. But we ran into that lady another night, which is funny. That's another story for another day. But anyways, I've been rambling for 9 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do this intro video, and then we're going to bring on our guest, Mr. Chase Loupe. So I'll be right back. If I remember how to this one, yeah. Without further ado, here is our guest for the night, Chase Loupe. What's up, bro?
Bam, bam, bam. What's up, baby girl?
I need one of those. But
that's why you just need to get yourself a
dude, fucking Squatch has told me to get one of those for like 2 months now, bro. 2 months. Seriously.
It's definitely needed.
What's up, dude? Everybody, this is Chase. He is what's your title again?
I am the community manager for Geoshield and secondary trainer at the academy.
Secondary trainer at the academy. Yes, sir. Dude, that was so much fun, man. Before we get into all of that, who is Chase Loupe?
Well, Shady doesn't want to be in the podcast anymore.
I told you it went straight off the rip, bro.
Yeah, it was
straight off the rip.
I'm not taking any time. No, Chase Loupe. I am one of the guest trainers at the academy. I've been with Geoshield for 4 years now. In November, I'll make 5 years. Started with the company when we were small, dude. Like when I started, we were in a 1,200 square foot building at LSU. And really, this was a stepping stone type job.
I never knew y'all were at LSU. That's cool.
Yeah, so LSU has a really cool program where if you graduate LSU business, like anything to do with business or marketing, whatever the case may be, they allow you to get free rent in their Innovation Parkway,
Really?
and it allows you to start your business.
That's dope.
So when Burns graduated and wanted to get into because there were solar panels and then there was the window film side. There was two guys that owned them. It was Burns and a guy named Bo, and then Trey was the third. They all went to college together. Well, Bo and Trey wanted to stick with solar panels, and then Burns really thought that window film was going to skyrocket.
Right.
So Burns did that, and he got the building at LSU, and it just went on from there. That was 2005, and they just kept doing that. Cubby got hired way back in the day, and they were just doing whatever. I
love that.
Even when I started, there was 5 of us. There was 5 people that worked for Geoshield.
Oh hell yeah! So you're OG, bro.
I'm
like
OG,
people.
OG.
I guess do people even know that, bro? Like, do people know you are OG Geoshield?
Unless you're in the Geoshield realm, not really. No.
You heard it here first, everybody. Like that's awesome, dude. I didn't know that part. I knew you've been around for a while, but I didn't know you were like one of the first, dude.
So whenever we talk about the first, this is how crazy it is. When I started in November of 2021, peak COVID time, everything.
Yeah, that's peak COVID. I was about to say that's like in the crest of it, dude.
Yeah. So when I say it was supposed to be a stepping stone, I mean, I was working in the plants. I was a B-class journeyman electrician. And for those of you that don't know, that just means I was a super high up electrician. I knew my shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I was doing that. Well, then there was a safety incident that happened. Real bad thing. And like the plants do, they just swept it under the rug. And
that's not good.
I was like, I'm done with this. My fiance, she had just had my daughter at the time. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to live this life. I want to do something different. And I've always been in the automotive space.
Right.
My grandfather and everything. So I really wanted to do something with cars. Well, I saw Cubby had posted on his Facebook, I'm looking for warehouse help. And I knew Cubby from years.
Yeah, cars and shit.
Shows,
right.
Just knowing him and everything. Matter of fact, I knew Cubby when Cubby had hair.
So, well, hold on. He had hair before?
Yeah,
okay, but I have to ask this. Was he wearing camo pants back then?
Yes, he always wore cargo.
Yes. I thought it was before the camo cargos, bro.
No.
I'm about to say that would have been a long time ago.
That man can hold as many Phillips head screwdrivers as he wants to at all times.
So many tools, bro. Bro, he can hold hundreds of hard cards. Like,
oh, dude,
if you think about a cargo short pocket, I don't have them on right now, but dude, you could fit a stack of them bitches that are like this thick, bro. And that's at least like 15 or 20. Easy.
Exactly.
And if you turn them sideways, you can fit 2 stacks. Anyway.
cargo, everybody in the industry needs cargo shorts.
I mean, I've got a pair of camo cargos right in my drawer right here.
Dude,
like I just haven't. Why didn't I wear them to fucking Baton Rouge? That was my plan, and I totally forgot, dude. I could have fucking, damn it, pulled up to the Crawfish Bowl wearing camo cargo shorts.
Yeah, you would have made Cubby proud. I tell you that.
Dude, he would have probably been like, "I'll sign you right now." Take my job. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
But anyways, so you knew him. You knew him when he had hair. What kind of hairstyle did he have? That's what I want to know.
He had the old school, like spiky, real short, spiky hair.
Like this?
Yeah, but like a little longer. Okay,
a little longer.
NSYNC, and
oh no way! With the gel, bro.
With the gel, spiky, binky,
brother. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I want to see it again. I want to see it again for sure.
Pretty sure he has pictures on his Facebook way down.
Oh man, we gonna hit that scroll wheel all the way down.
He's got pictures on there. I'm pretty sure.
Just all this motion right here. all the way down, all the way down.
Exactly. So I seen he posted on Facebook, and I had told Kayla, I said, hey, look, I want to hit Cubby up. I want to see what this is or whatever. So I hit him up, and he was like, yeah, you know, da 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 da. And I knew he worked for Geoshield. I had no idea what Geoshield was, to be honest. I knew he worked for a place called Geoshield. Didn't know what he did. And I drove over to his house, and he met me in his cargo shorts and flip-flops in his driveway. And he was like, you need a job? I said, yeah, bad. And he said, okay, well, you know, just head over to this address Monday morning. And I started, and I showed up. Dude, I showed up in pants, steel-toe boots, my FR
Just ready to work.
I thought I was going to a warehouse. And I pulled up, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And I walked in, and Taylor, who is our HR now, she was working there at the time.
Yeah, I remember Taylor. I met her.
So Taylor was working there at the time. She started, I want to say, a week or two before I started. And she was handling all orders that were coming in and everything. And I talked to her. She got me onboarded and everything. Well, which onboarding at the time was just getting me in the payroll.
Sign this paper. Yeah. Sign this W-2 or W-4
exactly.
or whatever.
And she walked me to the back, and there was 3 dudes standing back there. And we had, you know, one machine and a couple orders and one old ass computer, one old Dell computer that barely worked that we used to print labels.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just, and then print a label out. Yeah.
Right.
So going from that,
shit.
They had already purchased the current building that we're in right now.
Yeah,
already
it's a badass place, by the way. Love that place.
It is. It's very, very nice.
It's way deeper than I expected looking at the front, bro. Like, I told Brent that, like, whenever we walked in the night that I got there, we walked back through, and I walked in, I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, dude, I thought it was like half of that, right? Half of the warehouse part. Like, all the way to the front. It's deceptively big, dude. Like,
very deceptive.
If you see it from the side,
if you ever get a chance to go to Las Vegas, you have got to go see our Vegas distribution warehouse. It is five times bigger than this.
Yeah,
it's huge out there in Vegas. John, it's crazy.
Brent knows this all too well.
Yeah. But so we had already bought this building, right? Like 3 months before I started. And I didn't know that they purchased this building or whatever. So come January of 2022, Burns. Now, mind you, I'd never met Burns. I thought Cubby ran this whole shindig. You know, I didn't know Trey. I didn't know Cubby. I didn't know anyone. I mean, Burns. And I thought Cubby ran the whole thing. So come January, well, around Christmas time, Cubby had said, hey, Burns is coming into town, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, we met and everything. And I thought Burns was the scariest thing on planet Earth. I was like, this guy is an owner that lives 2 hours away from Baton Rouge. He doesn't want to be over here. And all he does is come tell us about all this money and everything. And so they were coming to sign lease papers or whatever. So we got into here in January. We had to pack up all of the stuff over there, and we moved into here, and this place was empty, like empty. And that was the first moment I knew I had a buddy. His name was Justin that worked with us as well. And me and Justin looked around in every office, and I looked at Justin and I said, dude, we found a diamond in the rough.
Dude, I like it is nice.
Because when you start somewhere that you can see the potential,
right?
And it's fresh and there is open offices. I literally told Justin, I said, one day we're gonna be in these offices making a shit ton of money. And unfortunately, Justin, you know, went on to do his own thing. But here I am, almost 5 years later, in an office making damn good money. You know? But going a little bit back, when Burns came up to me one day when we got this place, like I said, there was like 6 of us that worked here. He asked me, he said, what do you want to do for my company. And I said, well, dude, I love social media. I love interacting with people, getting out there, talking, all that type of stuff. And he said, well, do you want to do sales? So I was, other than Trey, I was basically one of Geoshield's first salespeople.
Nice.
I would take every order over $1,000 and I would give him a phone call. Hey, it's Chase with Geoshield. You know, do you need anything? Can I send you some stuff? Blah, 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 whatever. And it just progressed from there. Burns gave me the login for Facebook. He gave me the login for Instagram. I started blowing it up and just posting stuff, posting reels, making funny videos. And then we just kept seeing growth. Every day we were seeing growth. And
was that when Uncle Lou was born?
So Uncle Lou came around that time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because we didn't have Apex or C2 ceramic at the time. So when we started getting these new products, we needed some way to show them off. So we got Apex, and when we got the 50%, Burns had said, hey, we need to promote this, but I don't want to promote it as a windshield film or something like that. One of those things. And so I said, well, let me just see what I can do with my iPhone. And I had a suit at my house that I'm one of those guys that I got one suit and I'm going to wear it to every occasion.
Hell yeah. So, I spent good money on this damn suit. I'm going to wear it.
Exactly.
You'll get your money's worth, bro. That's a lot of money for a fucking suit to me, dude.
Exactly. So I put it on one day and I came to work and I was like, let's just make this dumbass little video or whatever. I said, but let me talk in a weird voice. Let me not be Chase Loupe. Let me be something else. And so I just started thinking of accents. And for some reason, like an Italian mafia type accent just stuck.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, all right, what do I do with this? So then I was like, well, I'm going to call myself Uncle Lou. My last name,
of course.
Lou. I just shortened it.
Right.
And it just went off. And
I like it.
Carlos hit me up and he was like, oh, dude, do you want to come do a shoot out in Texas and shit? Burns rented me a Lamborghini while I was out there.
Dude. I love it.
So me and my fiance went to Houston, rented an orange Lamborghini.
I remember this. I remember all of this, dude. Dude, whenever I didn't see Uncle Lou for like a month, I was like, God damn, where did he go? Because like that was around the time where there was like the personas going on in the industry. So like when I saw yours, I was like, dude, I love this. I was like, I'm all in on this guy. And I had no idea who you were at the time. And so like when I'm watching these videos, I'm like, yo, this dude's cool as shit. I was like, these videos are dope. I was like, I'm gonna meet this guy one day. And then I didn't see Uncle Lou for a while. And then I met you, I think at Tender Battles 22 in Orlando. I think it's the first time I met you. And I was like, what's up, Uncle Lou, or some shit. You're like, what's up, man?
Dude, I still to this day.
You gotta bring him back, dude. You gotta bring him back.
That's what I was about to say. Still to this day, like even earlier, I had people messaging me like, oh, is Uncle Lou gonna come back? Like, I miss Uncle Lou so much. Blah, blah, blah. So
do you have the suit? Throw that bitch on, bro. Let's go.
I still have the suit. Matter of fact, I have a video because Caden started 3 years ago. Okay. And when Caden started, that's when our video production started like really going up. And he got on the Uncle Lou train. And there is an unreleased Uncle Lou video.
Yes.
With a cliffhanger ending that I never posted.
And is it still a cliffhanger though?
It's still a cliffhanger.
Is it still relevant?
Even if I post it right now,
it will still get fucked. It
would leave a cliffhanger and people would be like, all right,
okay, I've got to see this. You have to post it now, bro. Like there's 22 people watching right now. They're fucking chomping at the bit. Do you have it on your computer? It's all I'm asking. I'm just kidding. Don't drop it on here, dude.
I have it somewhere. It's in a Google Drive somewhere, but I will send it to you.
If it's in a Google Drive, bro, good luck, because I have like 5 different Gmails and I never remember where I put shit in my Google Drive. So like I got to open each one, dude, and be like, all right, now fucking where is it? So like the other day, I actually consolidated all my shit on one, and it's been a fucking game changer. And I actually like grew up and put them in folders. You know what I mean? Like, because usually I just have them loose, like papers on a desk, right? Dude, I'm the worst about that shit. Like computers these days, like back in the day, I knew a lot. Now I don't know shit. So like even just proper organization skills are out the window for me. Like it's so hard to keep up with shit that I have. Like all of the files that I use and pictures and shit that I've downloaded still in my downloaded folder. And like that's how I get my shit. Like I don't put them in another folder, dude. Like it's so bad. Like I scroll all the way down for my Dark Truth logo because it was like one of the first ones. It's bad. I need to like dedicate a whole day for that. Anyway, so unreleased. Can you give any like hint on what it's about?
Okay, so when we got dry shrink prep, when Patrick Latman started giving us dry shrink prep to sell,
right?
I wanted to make a video about it. So I think this one is posted, but I made a funny ass video. We had a guy that worked here. His name was Blake, and he was one of the salesmen.
Oh, the dude who looked like fucking stale cracker.
No, so
Not
this
Big
was a
Blake?
different Blake.
Okay.
We called him Craig, but he worked here. And he was, it's a Louisiana thing, dude. That's my buddy Craig. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
But he was a
That's
reserve
funny.
cop for the city. So I got him to put his police uniform on. We contacted his chief. He got to put his uniform on. We black electrical taped everything, and I made Cubby a drug dealer. I got a duffel bag that
That's
said
hilarious.
like, it says dope money on it.
I love
and he
this.
filled it with dry shrink prep. And
Dude, I
Cubby
love
was
that.
the local dry shrink prep like
I love
dealer.
that.
And so
Out there selling bags, bro.
exactly. So we
I
had
love
him. We made a video of him like trying to escape in my truck, and then Craig pulled him over, and he's like, "Hey, you know, I'm just checking to see this truck fits the description of a dry shrink prep, you know, dealer or whatever." And then Cubby goes to run out, and all the dry shrink prep falls over the ground.
Oh, that's great.
He's like, "Oh, we fucking got him, dude. He's got the blue shit," you know.
That's so good. Y'all
I
have
think
to
that
release
video
it.
was posted. I'm not 100% sure. But
I know I've never seen it.
if you've never seen it, then it probably isn't posted. I'll have to post that one because
That's
the
so
next
good.
video was Uncle Lou coming back into town after being MIA for a little bit. And then he gets a phone call and they're like, "Hey," like it's a mysterious voice, but it's like, "Hey,
Right.
we got such and such. You have to meet us right now." And then the video just ends.
Yeah.
So it's a huge cliffhanger.
I gotta see. You've got to post this. Bill said that he thinks he's seen it. I know I haven't seen it because I would have fucking died laughing.
If I posted it, dude, it's been at least a year and a half, 2 years since we
Dylan
made that
said he's
video.
never seen any videos. Bro, where are these videos that I never knew about Uncle Lou?
Oh, you gotta
Dylan,
scroll down.
yeah,
Go
dude.
on
Just
our
type in
Geoshield
type in Chase Loupe Uncle Lou, and you'll probably find it. Cause dude, they are fucking great. The tent tourney, isn't that what it was?
The tent
Yeah.
tourney, baby.
Yeah, dude, I love those. You need to come. You've got to do it again, dude. I got to see
What
this.
I really want to do is now that we have Caden, I want to do a solo podcast with myself when I bring the podcast back, and then have Uncle Lou as a guest on my
Oh hell yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Jay Squatch has a great point here. We need an Uncle Lou and Shade Tree Joe collab. You saw my video, didn't you?
Yes, I need to be your lawyer.
I know. That's what I was just about to say, dude. I can bring him back, dog.
Exactly.
Bro, I got arrested. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, arrested
We
for
got to.
slinging dry shrink prep, dude. You could tie it into your already made thing. Be like, and then like Cubby calls me and he's like, "Yo, bro, they got me," and I'm like, "What do you mean they got you?" Like, I'm not coming over there to get you. You're gonna have to figure it the fuck out. I'm gonna call my guy. Hold on. And I get on the phone. I'm like, "Uncle Lou, we got one in jail. We gotta go get him." Dude, yes, we have to fucking do this, bro.
Yeah,
We have
we'll write a script and everything. I will fly up there to you. Or fuck that, I'll
Because
drive.
you could drive in 7 hours, bro. It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
that ain't much. That ain't bad.
I'm not gonna lie, the drive down there was way quicker than coming home for some reason, dude. I think it's
Oh,
because
it's
I was
usually
on.
opposite for me.
I think I was on Facebook too long, just sitting there, fucking going back and
Bro.
forth on the internet. You know.
Damn. I hate when that
Dylan
shit
said he
happens.
didn't know that that was me in the Shade Tree Joe videos. Hell yeah, because it wasn't me, bro. It was Shade Tree Joe.
Shade Tree Joe, just like that
Got
ain't
them
me in
all
all the Loupe
natural,
videos.
those all natural scrub pads.
Is it piss?
Is that fucking piss? Dude, I jumped through that car, I think 4 times that day, and I was fucking tired, dude. Like jumping through the vehicle, I was beat, man.
Fuck that.
I wish you would try to fly to Greenbrier. It's funny. What were you saying? Sorry.
I said, that's how I feel after an academy class. Yo, I'm fucking beat.
I'm still tired, dude, to this, like on a Wednesday. Like Monday, bro, I felt like I was like, my brain didn't work correctly because truth be told, the academy drained my mental capacity to the fucking, like the very end of the bottle. Like I was like barely making it for the games on Friday. Like I was just kind of like, dude, I'm here. I'm tired. Too much tent. Like I was just like, I'm ready to go home. And dude, it was great, man.
Having to be energetic for the camera.
Right.
You have to amp it up just on that last day. It's
just
like
a little
week,
bit.
I got PPF. So
oh, fun.
I only got a week break.
That's great.
Here soon, I'm gonna have 3 weeks in a row where I'm stuck at the academy.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, dude, honestly. Like, it was such a good time. And you and Brent, the way that y'all, like, encouraged me the whole time to actually train the way I wanted to was very relieving. Because I was giving them some advice that Brent hadn't talked about, and I don't think you had talked about. And I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I can just add my little, my pizzazz to it or whatever. And, the positive feedback from the students was fucking huge. Like, it made me feel like I could do it again for sure, because I was going into it just completely nervous. Like I had no idea how to fucking do it. And then I was just like, okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Like I'm starting to learn it's like you have to learn the student before you can train the student. Like everything doesn't work correctly for each student. I had to switch it up for, I want to say 4 out of the 9 were completely different than each other. There's a couple guys that were just pretty much the same when it came to how they took information. And then a couple of the guys I had to figure out a different way to teach. I was like, okay, I can't use this method because that's not working for them. So I'm going to try this. Then I'm like, okay, that kind of worked. So let's kind of mold that with this other idea. And then it works great. It was a great experience. Like y'all were so welcoming, and like the environment was just very homey. And like, I haven't been in a shop environment in it feels like forever, like where I'm around people I'm working with every day and constantly around. So those 5 days in a row of seeing the same faces, like it got kind of old, but at the same time, like it was familiar. You know what I mean? Like everybody was like bonded by day 3 as like pretty good friends, in my opinion. Like everybody was mingling and talking and bullshit and cutting up, grabbing nickels and shit, learning sign language from Jasper. Like that was the fun part too, is that Jasper was there and he had hearing issues, and y'all had those ASL translators, which I want you to talk about that a little bit, because that's something that whenever Brent told me that we had a hearing impaired student and that y'all had translators, and not only 1, but 2, I was like, dude, that's actually amazing. Because didn't he reach out and ask about something or?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many. What anybody in the comments doesn't realize is that as community manager, basically anything that you see posted on social media with Geoshield is me. I'm scheduling posts, I'm sending out emails, any email campaigns, anything, that's all me. I'm sitting here doing this day to day. That's literally my job, is to monitor socials, everything like that, everything from positive stuff to all the hate that we get. And as a manufacturer distributor, we get the most hate because people always want to go straight to well, you guys are charging X amount of money and you're just scamming people out of money. You can't learn how to tent in 5 days and blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, that's annoying when I see that shit, dude. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. And
I'm like,
while
that's just some hating ass shit.
partially it is true, you're not going to learn how to do everything in 5 days. But we never say we're going to teach you how to do everything in 5 days, you know?
Right.
But also, you have people like Dylan in the comments who Dylan only took a 4-day class. We only have 4-day classes when Dylan took his. And he went to shrinking, I think it was a 73 Corvette that he had. He shrunk that back life by himself, you know, after only 4 days of us training him. But when people say that we scam, it just makes me laugh inside because we give away.
Dude, y'all give so much shit, bro.
Exactly. You're getting.
They make out like a fucking bandit, dude.
Yeah. We pretty much pay you to come to class. We pay you to come hang out with us.
100%, because if you play cards right, like you get really good film and it adds up to pretty much the price you paid to go, if not more. And you get to burn through all of the film that you get to burn through, you know?
Exactly. That's the big thing. You're burning through a whole bunch of film. It's not like we're sitting there saying, okay, guys, we have 4 24x100s. If we use them all, well, class is going to have to end, you know? Like, we're not going to do that. But when it comes to people like Jasper, that's what I'm saying. It's funny how we have so many haters and saying that we're in it because of the money and everything. The amount of film that we give away, the free tools that you're getting.
Right. You get a fucking Steinel heat gun.
You get Steinel heat guns. You get a personal sit down with Adam and Shep to talk about marketing, your market area, what your demographic is like, what types of films you want to use. You get a whole one-on-one with that. Plus, you get a night of Top Golf to go hang out with everybody, meet and greet,
whatever. That shit was fun, dude. It's so fun.
Which is fun as shit. It's a great
food was amazing.
But then also, whenever Jasper comes in, we spend at least almost $3,000 for both of those translators.
Yeah.
Did we have to? No, because we have great written material. And that's what Jasper called about. He called Shep and said, hey, look, I'm hard of hearing. It's going to be hard to follow Brent because for you guys in the comments that know Brent, you know what I'm going to be talking about.
Oh my God, he's so fast.
Brent teaches very, very, very fast. He is very, very fast.
Yeah, he does.
That's not to knock him. I love Brent as a person and a trainer. He is amazing, but he is fast. And that was Jasper's scare, was that even with the written material, he wouldn't be able to follow Brent because it would be hard for him. And we got those translators just to make it so much easier. And even the translators told us, like, dude, this is cool as shit.
They kept
doing this.
Yeah, they kept saying over and over that like they really enjoyed being there.
Yeah,
like
it was like badass time.
It was Mitchell and what was the other guy's name? Wyatt. That's right. I was gonna say Wesley, but yeah, Wyatt. Dude, they were cool as shit to talk to, man. I love talking to them. They'd just come up and be like, okay, so Mitchell was like, hey man, I creeped on your social media. I hope it's not, you know, I hope it's okay. And I'm like, dude, creep away, man. I don't give a shit. It's there for a reason. He's like, so like, I saw this one video and like, I can't remember which one it was, but he asked about it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Like he's getting interested in the shit that we're doing and, you know, all that good stuff. And then they were teaching us different things for sign language, which was cool. Like you get to learn a couple things, you know, and then like Jasper taught me how to say free shower, which is like this and then this, which I use. I've done it in the lives and shit, and you can stay shady, you know, like it's so cool. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home and do the sign language thing all the time now. Like I'm gonna be like, stay shady. You know? Like
you're learning cool shit, and I asked all the dumb shit.
Oh, you don't even know what was asked by Dalton when we were hanging out with Jasper after hours, bro. Like I'm not even gonna talk about it. Dalton is so funny, bro. Dalton ask Jay, Squatch, dude. We're down there, and he was asking the stupidest shit. But it's so fun. We had a couple late night chill sessions at the hotel, just sitting down there talking shit and talking about the class and asking questions. You know, they asked me a bunch of stuff about like business or like if I need some help, will you come up and help me? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if you pay me, like I'll definitely come do it. Like I ain't worried about like getting there. It's just if we do some jobs, I want to, break some bread, homie,
Exactly.
But man, I bonded with most of the guys. I didn't really bond with a couple of them because I think they were kind of, trying to get rest and all that shit after class. And I'm over here wanting to stay up till like 11:30, sitting there talking, smoking cigarettes at the patio. You know what I mean? But that, for me, that's where you build a connection too, though, with your students, is like the after hours thing, like just getting to know them a little better so you can learn how to train them. And that's kind of what I used it for. Not really, but it was a good time and you can learn something. And like the late night talks were fun as shit. Yeah, Dalton was coming from left field, like every time, like Jay said, dude, like I was like, all right. And then Jake, like I was trying to hang out with Jake, but I forgot he's got a family and he lived close. And so like all the students, man, I enjoyed all of them, and all of them made me feel welcome and like I did a great job, because pretty much all of them came up and they were like, dude, like, thank you so much. You taught me a lot of things that I never would have thought that I would have gotten to learn here. And your training style is a little slower and a little different. And it made it made me understand it a little easier. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. Well, that's what I'm here for, And so like that really made me feel good, like big time. And also, like the sobriety thing, like being sober, usually at things like this, I would just fucking get trashed, like with all the students and like be talking shit the whole time. But like being able to be coherent and like listen to what they need and all that good stuff, man. It was a different experience than I ever would have imagined. And I even said this, I think, at the academy, like if I was still drinking, I wouldn't have came and helped. I promise you that. Like I wouldn't have been there, like even for 5 minutes. And then the cool thing was like nobody knew I was coming, like not a soul.
Until I fucking ruined it.
Dude, it's fine. You didn't ruin shit. But it was cool because I know Squatch, we talk outside of social media, like we play Ark together and shit, which we still need to fucking play, dude.
I know. And I've been so lazy.
It's okay, dude. And then, keeping the secret from him and his old lady, Jamie, for like 2 weeks, I think it was. When was it? 2 weeks that I knew? Like, not saying anything on social media, not mentioning it whatsoever. I was like, dude, I'm so ready. And we ended up telling Jamie like the day of us going, because she was like asking Jessica to FaceTime and shit. And Jessica's like, can't really do that. Like, where you going? And but we ended up telling her like as soon as we were about to get there, we were like, all right, look, don't fucking tell him, but we're going to fucking Baton Rouge and we're gonna surprise Squatch tomorrow. And then the night we get there, bro, I'm fucking waiting on Brent to pick me up to take me to Sammy's for dinner. And I'm coming down and he had just talked to Dalton, and Dalton had seen his hoodie and he's wearing a Stay Shady hoodie. And he goes, hey, I follow that guy on TikTok too. And it was all like, I've learned a couple things from him. And Brent was like, oh, have you? Hell yeah. And he's like, all right, well, I'll see you. He pulls around. Well, Dalton and his wife come walking right behind him towards their car in the parking lot. And he looks over and he's like, points at me, and I'm like, fuck, I've been made, like I've been found out. And Brent turns to him, he goes, shh, don't tell anybody. And if you watch the video that Brent made back, you see Dalton sitting there like he's all like and it's so funny now. I didn't notice it until the other day, but he's like and then Squatch saw his truck when he picked me up. Like he said he was gonna come over there and he was gonna say something to Brent, but he didn't. And I'm like, I'm so glad he didn't, because if he would have walked around, it would have been fucking cats out of the bag the night before the damn training,
You'd have had to jump in a fucking bush or something.
That's literally who I wanted to surprise the most, because we know each other, and he had no fucking clue. And then his face got red as shit when I walked in. I was like, what's up, bro? Like I looked down and was like, but you didn't fucking think I'd be here. But it was the coolest shit, man, because like I've never been a part of a secret thing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to just pop in, and Dalton's
you have
like,
to realize,
yeah,
at your point where you're at in this industry, as much as you don't want to see it, because sometimes I don't see it either, but people tell me all the time,
Right.
you're an idol in this thing, man. Like when people watch you and stuff like that, older, younger, it doesn't matter. Like people look up to you, and that's what makes surprises like that much better.
Right.
It's because Jay is a guy that he watches you all the time. He looks up to you. He's excited about being there. You know.
Yeah.
That's what makes the academy great for me. You know.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm kind of starting to come to more terms with that, what you're talking about, because, you know, like if I don't believe it and I can't, you know, see it and everybody else can, then I guess I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm not right. So it's like I have to really make a conscious effort to be like, you know what, you're right. Like I did do a great job training. I did help out a lot. And I am somebody who tries to inspire people to do better. But I'm not wanting like the fame out of it. Like it comes with it. I get it. Like when you put yourself out there, people are going to see you and people are going to notice you, and you become a part of different things and opportunities and stuff that you never really thought would take place. And then you kind of like, Brent broke it down like this. I think I told you, he's like, you're the only Shady J in all of the tent industry. He's like, you're the only one. He's like, nobody else is like you. And I'm like, damn, bro, you had to hit me like that? I was like, shit. Okay. I sat here like this for a minute. I was like, he's fucking right. Like, little motherfucker's right, dude. Like, he ain't lying.
That little motherfucker's right.
I love him to death, bro. Like, that shit. He's wild, dude, but I fucking respect the shit out of him and what he's done for himself as well, because I remember seeing him on TikTok when he had 1,000 followers and he had this fucking goal that he was going to one day work for Geoshield. And I was like, dude, fucking go get that shit. Yeah. Like, I remember when he told me he was going to email them about wanting to work for him. I was like, bro, go get that. And then watching him do it, I was just like, man, see what fucking like drive does. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so sick. Like it was so sick watching that. And then to collab with him after years of us talking about doing it, secretly we did it. And everybody on his fucking lives during the Academy week were like, oh shit, Shady's there. Like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from? They're like, oh damn, Shady Geo now and all this shit. And I'm like, hey man, they rented me for the week. They rented me. They didn't buy nothing. They rented me for the week.
Oh, right? I'm like a fucking you.
And I love you. And I love you guys. And I'm not saying that I never would, but I'm just saying like that didn't happen. Like I'm there helping my friend and my other friend train people and better the industry by helping 9 guys that were dedicated to bettering themselves, not just intent either. Like I saw a lot of confidence in themselves, like just in general, built over those 5 days. Like, I mean, they broke out of their shell. They talked to people more. They started goofing off and shit. Because the first couple of days, it was just like strictly business the whole time. And they were like there to learn. They wanted to get the info and all that shit. And then it became like more camaraderie towards day 3. And then everybody was helping each other. Everybody was asking each other questions to try to learn from each other too, what they learned that they missed maybe. And like seeing that bonding between the students for me was probably the second favorite thing. My first favorite was definitely Surprise and Squatch. Just saying. Like that shit was great. Like it was so dope. Like it felt fucking really cool. Like I was like, got you, bitch. You know, like, tricked you. You said that you because he even said, he texted me, he's like, bro, there's a gate right by my gate that's going to Little Rock. What if I just hopped on this? Would you pick me up? And I was like, oh, bro, I definitely would pick you up. And I'm like 2 hours from Baton Rouge. And I'm like, please don't get on that plane. You know,
joke's on you, bitch. I'm already here.
Yeah, knock, knock. What's up, motherfucker?
But see, that's what's super cool about the Academy.
Ooh,
that feeling that you got from just your week and being able to follow these guys' journey now. Like, it's how whenever we were in Jasper's live last night, and I was like, oh, I feel like it's a proud dad moment.
Yeah, it was, dude. Yeah, because he fucking got it, bro.
When that feeling that you get from just that one class, that's why I love the academy, is
Yeah.
because, dude, even Dylan took one of our first classes. I think he
Right.
was the second class. That feeling of that proud moment, watching these men and women go from either trying to start a new business venture,
Being
whether they're
unsure of
retailers or
themselves.
whatever,
Yeah.
trying to build confidence, trying to learn new ways to do something, being able to watch them for months just continually grow their own business
dude.
and be super successful. Dude, it makes me sit here like I could just be like, damn.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You know?
Fucking Jasper damn near made me cry last night whenever I got off from helping him. Like I was, and I'll give y'all the story since y'all don't know. Me and Chase were watching Jasper tent a transit window. Turns out it was the one you could take the inside seal out of that I totally fucking forgot about the whole time until the very end when he was finished. He had miscut one and he had a light gap that was about fucking, about quarter of an inch, right? And I could tell that he was getting fuming. Y'all know what the fuck that's like when you fuck up a pattern more than once and you're sitting there like, you're like, dude, fuck this window. You're like, I want to break everything, right? I was like, shit, I got to jump in here. And it wasn't because I wanted anything out of it. I wanted him to be okay because I've seen that look in me before. And I'm like, I would have wanted somebody to help me and cool me off and like calm me down and shit. So I was like, all right, shit, I'm going to join you. And so I did. And I was like, all right, look, fucker. I was like, put the window up there, tack it. Like I spelled it all out for him, right? And then I kept like reassuring him that it's not going to do anything wrong or whatever. And then he sat there and fought it for a little bit because the seals are super fucking tight on there. And then he got it. And the look on his face, he smiled so fucking big, dude. And he was like so proud of it. And I literally was just like, hell yeah, dude. I was like, there's just this feeling that comes over you when you see somebody struggling, you're able to help them through it. And then they're so proud of themselves. And that's what I told guys at the academy. I was like, when they got a back glass shrunk, when they couldn't get it before, I'm like, dude, you just did it. Like you proved that you could do it. So now you have the confidence to do it again because confidence is built by proof. Like when you can prove that you can do something, your confidence should fucking go up at least a notch. And if you can do it again, it needs to keep going up. And if you keep going up, even if you fuck up a window and you go down a peg, dude, you still got the confidence to do it again. You can do it fucking 100 times. If you nail 90 of those, dude, you're doing great. Like I fuck up windows every day still. I fucking did one yesterday on live. I had a little sticker on a Hyundai that I took off and I forgot to scrape the glue around the damn, there's like a outline of the glue, right? Of the sticker.
Yeah.
It was in the film and I was like, motherfucker. And I was already like kind of in a shit mood because somebody was talking shit in my live, but that's another story. And I was like, well, I guess I got to redo this fucking window. And I was like, whatever. It's one door. Pulled it off, scraped it real good. And I'm like, oh, man, this dude doesn't know what he's doing, because that's everybody on TikTok, dude. All the comments like, oh, this dude don't know what he's doing. He's going to have to buy a new door. Fucking electronics are ruined. Dude, if those fucking training cars survived a week of what we did, I think any car will be okay with water.
Like, dude, we literally put them things to the test.
Dude, they were in a puddle by the end of the fucking thing. Like, they were literally floating. There's so many. But there's so much water. And to see him, like, to see Jasper's face and how happy he was just made me so fucking happy. And then I got off from being on the video with him. He was like, man, I wouldn't have been able to do it without Shady, blah, 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 whatever. Like, I was about to lose it and all this. And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm just glad I could help somebody, man. Because that's really all it is for me now. I just want to help them succeed and to see them happy. Like, just to see them happy, man. Like, it's the best it's the best thing.
Yeah, even if they go on to, because we've had a lot of people graduate from the academy. More on the tent side, the PPF, those guys they're just coming to either up their PPF skills or learn PPF. But more of the tent side, we'll get a lot of detailers trying to learn tent, and I'll see them go on to not tint as much, still keep detailing as like their primary number one.
Right.
But it always is it's always a great feeling regardless, no matter what. That's why I'm trying to build stuff like our Discord, so that way they will have a private chat where if you graduated from the academy, whether it's PPF, auto tint, whatever, you have a private place to talk with each other, send videos, we could do lives, whatever. Hey guys, I got this going on. What the fuck do I do? I have no idea. You know, different ways to help each other rather than posting on Facebook saying, hey, I have this going on. Fuck you, dude. You suck. You know, because that's usually what happens on Facebook.
Yeah.
90% of the time. You post something, you're getting nothing but hate on Facebook.
Hold on. Sorry, dude.
That's why I call myself the Timu Tanner.
Timu Tanner.
Because fuck them.
Dude, I got a restriction on Facebook, bro. What the fuck?
How'd you get a restriction on Facebook?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. You can't comment. You can't add new friends. You can't start new conversations. See why.
That red dot ain't even real.
Request review. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
sorry, hold on.
I stayed up way too late watching him accomplish that window, but he was me when I first started. The sense of accomplishment is amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's, for me, it's about the fourth day of class is my favorite because everybody already knows each other. Everybody's already, you know, getting in the mix of everything. But the fourth day is whenever you really start seeing that confidence shine.
Yeah, that's when everybody was showing up early and trying to get in extra work before and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And then everybody wants to stay super late. You know, hey guys, are we shutting down early? Can we stay late? You know,
right? And then we did the after hours torch shit.
Yeah,
that shit was fun. Sorry, man. I gotta do this real quick. The fuck did I? It said I was like commenting the same thing or posting the same thing.
And you got a scammer bot?
Oh, that was fast. We removed restrictions from your account. We found our technology made a mistake. All right, cool.
Hell yeah, Facebook. The only time
AI be fucking with me, bro. Look, here's Sebastian, my man.
Sebastian.
Fuck about to eat dinner, but just wanted to hop here and show some love. Dude, Sebastian, thanks for letting me hold your foot, bro. I really appreciate that. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that picture, but Sebastian has an artificial limb. Like, it's from like the mid shin down. And it's like a robot leg, looks like, dude. And while we were at Topgolf, he was like, you take a picture with it? And I was like, what? And I was like, bet. I was like,
yeah, take my leg.
He put the robot arm, bro. I love that, dude. That's so good. But dude, yeah. So Sebastian's funny as fuck too. That dude, he's got a sick ass Civic. That thing is fucking cool.
But my 1979 ice cream truck will still wax that ass. So,
bro, that thing is so cool. I want one of those as a fucking mobile rig, dog. Like that would be the ultimate mobile rig.
It's a mobile rig.
Sounds and looks great.
It's my cook truck, so different mobile rig.
Right. I feel you. Yeah, that's the one for the jambalaya cook-offs, right?
Yeah, I got another one this Saturday actually. So
awesome. I'll be down there. I'll be down there, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll drive down there.
Come on. I thought about doing like TikTok lives whenever we cook. I just don't know how many people would want to watch me cook. You know,
I mean, people watch me tint windows.
So I know, but we could be funny.
I think more people eat. I think more people eat than tint windows. That's a great question. You think there's more plates eaten or windows tinted in the world?
Plates eaten for sure.
You think so? I mean, I saw a guy once eat like 47 plates in one sitting. So yeah, I think so too.
I watch that dude every year eat them hot dogs on that stage.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. They be fucking them things up, bro. And that makes me have indigestion every time. I'm like, damn, dude, why am I got heartburn right now? God damn. I'm starting to feel bad and shit.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Bill sent me the, he sent me the, what you call it? Let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on. We're about to try to pull this up on here. What am I supposed to do? I don't know how to computer.
Did somebody find an old video?
Yeah, they found the he found the DSP one.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he did. He sent it to me. Hold on. See if I can pull it
Hell
up real
yeah.
quick. See what we got going here.
I told you I thought I posted that thing. I couldn't remember.
So what was so with the training, what was your favorite thing about the training? Like what was your did you have like one moment or any one like you know, aha moment with any student that you were like, yes? Because I've got two. I know of two that I got.
Really, number one is you.
Oh, don't say that.
Definitely. No, dude, I mean, it's true because we wanted to do a giant ass class. Like, we wanted to have a lot of people. But even with like, we restrict it to 8, like 6 to 8, usually 8 being like maximum for me and Brent. And 8 people with just me and Brent, dude, that gets hard. So when we wanted to put 2 more spots, we were like, we got to do something. And then, you know, he had told me that he was inviting you down, adding 2 more spots and whatever. And I was very, very terrified. I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to work. Like, because to be honest, I've watched your TikTok lives. I know that you're damn fucking good, but we've obviously never worked with each other.
Right.
So I had that mindset of, you know, is he going to be able to follow the curriculum? I know he doesn't use Geoshield. How good is he going to do? I know he's Brent's friend, but like what's going to happen or whatever. Honestly, though, dude, you blew my expectations out the roof.
Hell yeah, bro.
Blew them out the roof. You're fucking killer, dude.
I appreciate it.
As much as you don't want to thank it, I don't know if it's your TikTok lives helping you or whatever, but you're just a natural. I mean, showing him the bottom loading, showing him the little tips and tricks, showing him even the part where this is my aha moment from you. Okay. The Toyota Corolla quarter window, the front.
Oh yeah, the front one.
Fucking bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
When you took your thumbs and you were like, "Hey, oh, Shady doesn't want to hear my story. Fuck me, right?"
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
When you took your thumbs and you were like, "Hey, look, just boop, push that bitch out." I was like, oh.
Dude, I heard somebody in my live go, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, why did I need to just push on it? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Gets a little flex, dude. A little flexy flex. And then whenever I got it on there in like less than 30 seconds, I look back over and all the students are like,
yeah.
They're just dumbfounded, bro. I was like, I've done this quite a few times on these. Like, usually on those, we didn't teach this there, but I'll trim a little off that back edge. Like, I mean, tiny bit, just so it can lay in there so you don't have to tuck it. But I don't advise it if you don't want to. Don't fucking hack up the rubber, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can make it look like dog shit. If you know what you're doing, and I know there's a lot of guys that have and will and are going to continue. If you cut it even and you never know, you'll never notice, you know. But I don't recommend it for beginners for sure, because the first time I did it, let's just say I almost had to buy a whole gasket. Like, it was like, it was jagged and it was a chunk, bro. Like, it was like a hunk of it, dude. Like almost the whole plastic or like the whole rubber part. Anyways, don't tell my first boss that. I want to see if I can pull this fucking video up. So that you said that that trick, you never done that before? Or you were just like, holy shit. Your mic, you hit the button.
See,
we gotta put like a plastic case over it or something.
I know, I need to put a protector over it. Right. But no, like with frameless and stuff, most of the time when you're loading, you can push on the glass,
right?
You know, and open it up. Never thought about doing that with quarter windows like that.
Mm-hmm.
That thought has never crossed my mind. Just bloop.
All the comments I got on that video were, just take it out. Why don't you just take it out? And I'm like, well, we're teaching beginning stuff here. So like, I don't want to be like, all right, what you're going to do is disassemble the fucking car. Like,
which is interesting, because my thing is bottom loading easier? Yes. 2 stations harder? Yes. But when you're teaching people, this happened 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever our other auto tent class was, when we were bottom loading, we had another Accord, and one of the students broke the triangle plastic piece off of the door. I didn't know that they had took the door apart. So when it came time for us to bring the cars back, I'm sitting there and I put my tent on the glass and I'm getting everything in, and I started looking and I'm like, why the fuck do I have this giant gap on the right side? What is happening right now?
Yeah.
I know I did it good. Well, I told Brent, I said, Brent, I can't get this window. I've done it 3 times. What is happening? And Brent just pointed. And I was like, oh my God, how did I not realize that plastic piece was missing? Sure enough, it was broke. They had broke the 2 plastic clips. Yeah. So that's the thing is like, yes, we do show them every single way to tint a window and how to do it successfully. But whenever it comes to people who have never done this a day in their life, you run way more of a risk of fucking them cars up.
Oh yeah, dude. More so than they get fucked up. But you know. Okay, so we've already done an hour. That's crazy. I told you, bro, we're gonna fly through this shit. I'm gonna bring up the chat. Let me know if you can see it, because Mauricio couldn't see it last time. So
even if I can't see the chat, I've been having my phone.
Oh, nice.
In front of me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna fucking work again. What's going on here? I don't get it. Somebody comment something. So one of my favorite things was Dalton. It's not gonna pop up. Was Dalton fucking shrinking a back glass when he was like dead set on he couldn't get it? Like he was like, I can't do it, and I'm like, yeah, you can, dude. Watch. And that's when I was like, oh shit, I could do this little fucking this drawing thing. And I was like, I marked the middle, marked the sides, or did a cross in the middle. I put from the corner 1, 2, 3, and I drew a line a little bit up where the film was lifted, and then did another little 3 inches, did another line, and I was like, all right, you start at 1, you shrink up to that line, go to 2, shrink up, 3, shrink up, and then you card it out, and then you go back to 1, go up to the next line, and so forth, and so on, and then did the same on the bottom. And he sat there slowly and meticulously paying attention and watching it. And I was like, dude, he's getting it. And I wasn't saying shit. I was just sitting there. He would turn and ask me, I'm like, dude, you're great. You're doing good. I was like, I don't have anything to say. He just kept doing it. And then he'd look over. I'm like, bro, pay attention. Do what you're doing. You're doing great. And at one point he was kind of getting to where he would go back over what he had already shrunk. So I would put my hand right behind his heat gun, right where he's already shrunk. And I'm like, don't fucking burn my hand, dude. I'm like, don't come back over here. This is already shrunk. And I just kept following him. And he's like, I was so scared I was going to burn your hand. And I was like, well, you shrunk the fucking window, though. I was like, so, I mean, that's all I was trying to accomplish is you getting it and understanding that, like, my hand is representative of the film. Like, if you burn my hand, you burn my film. Like, and now you're fucked. You got to start over. And he was just over there hammering it, doing it over and over. I kept seeing him shrinking. And then he was like, hey, come here. I walked over there. He goes, look. And I wasn't over there to watch him, and he fucking did it easily. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Damn. And now he FaceTimes me almost every day with some kind of question or whatever, showing me something. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. He's like, I know, am I bothering you? I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have answered. I was like, I won't answer the phone if you're bothering me. I promise you. I was like, and I will tell you that you're bothering me. I'll be like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. I'm like, but dude, you can call me or FaceTime me anytime you have any questions. If I'm free, I'll answer, And then Brian, we haven't talked about Brian, but he's a motorcycle mechanic, and he shrinks very, very slow, but he reads the film really, really well. And he was just being super meticulous and making sure he was reading the film right. And I mean, going as far as like, he didn't want to crease it or burn it outside of the matrix. Sorry, frit band.
Yes, frit band. It's not the dot matrix. It's a frit band.
Yeah, for everybody in the tent industry, it's not called a fucking dot matrix. It's called a frit band. Anyways, that's what we learned from Jasper, a windshield guy. So if you have any problems,
he's a glass man.
Yeah, the glass man cometh on TikTok. Go follow him. He's great. He goes live all the time. But yeah, so seeing those two get the shrink down, because Brian was having a really, really tough time, and helping him, like after everything was being like all the little the lessons and everything were done and the practice time was over, he was still over there shrinking windows. Like even during like demonstrations, he was over there fucking shrinking windows and the competitions and everything. And like I leave guys like that alone because they're over there figuring it out themselves. And if they need help, they will ask for help. Like when he needed help, he'd be like, hey, come here, I need your help. And I'm like, cool. And that's a part of it too. You kind of just have to let them fuck around and find out, but use what you've taught them. And then if you come over there and they forgot what you taught them, just remind them. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right, you did say that.
I've had quite a few that I've had to say, you know, because first day is knife skills, and everybody's always like, why do I need to know how to hold a knife? Why do I need to know how to make a fucking squiggly line and shit? But then whenever it comes to hand cut time, they realize real quick, I should cut more squiggly lines than straight line, you know? And it's just very interesting how many times throughout the week I'll see people doing something wrong again, and I'll have to just be like, hey motherfucker, gotta cut that shit the fuck out, you know? Because it's gonna hurt you more than help you in the long run.
The main thing that they struggled with for hand cutting was the angle of the blade when they're cutting their top edge. And I noticed that because I'll be like, hey man, come here, and they'll show me. I'll be like, you dropped your blade down like this, you dropped your wrist. I was like, keep your wrist like it's fucking in a brace, like it's locked.
Just lock
and you gotta hold it straight, and you want to go perpendicular to the top of the glass, or parallel with the top of the glass, perpendicular away from the glass, and just steadily go across in one smooth motion. And man, just about all of them got hand cutting down. A lot of them would want to do plotter after they left, but still. And then, you know, Jasper, he said, fuck two-stage and wants to learn bottom load. And he was like, yeah, dude, I'm a glass guy. I'm popping panels, pulling sweeps every time I can. And it was good watching him. And then another favorite part, there's so many good favorite parts, is when they'd be like, Shady, come here. Go look at that window, bro. Go look at that window over there. And I'm like, hold on, bro. Let me go check it out. I'm like, where my grease pencil at? And I'd be like, shit. There's like 3 specs. And I'm like, hell yeah, hell of a job, dude. That's great.
That's the best every time. I think another one of my favorites was when Shady Squatch was, because with the 2-staging, the thing that always gets people is obviously the second stage, going into the gasket, right?
Right.
And the reason that you want to do all the work from the center is because 9 times out of 10 with new people, they want to go to the corner. They want to go straight to the corner and try to just get it in. But then you're causing tension somewhere else.
Right.
The film is going to tell you where it wants to go.
And
the name of the game is distributing that tension. And I walked up to Shady's window and he was fighting it real bad. And I literally took his hand. He was working on the right-hand corner, and he had his thumb way over in the corner. So I moved his hand. I said, now pick it up. So we picked it up, and it literally just floop, and he was like,
just fell right in.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of Squatch, I just want to say how proud I am of him for winning the cleanest install, because that shit, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, I saw the score before it was announced, and on my live, Jamie was watching. I was like, I think he won. I was like, I'm pretty sure he won. I was like, I'm so fucking proud of him. It looks so good. Like, it was a great fucking window. And the only thing he had an issue with was the top edge, but that's something that can be fixed at any time. The actual install and the cleanliness of it was like almost perfect. There was only like, I want to say 3 or 4 specs in that whole window. And it was just like a proud trainer moment, you know, proud dad moment. I was like, man, this motherfucker just did that shit. And then when he got the trophy, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I shed a little tear. I was like, my man won, bro. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, that makes me so fucking proud.
The only thing that we're changing for next time is we're announcing on day 1, like what the competitions are, because it's kind of a letdown. I understand why they did it, but almost every other competitor DQ'd themselves because they weren't satisfied with their window. But dude, I was watching some of them and they were
great. They were great windows.
They are clean. And I'm like, why are you ripping it off with 2
They
minutes left?
they had a little bit of light gap or something, like they had a shift when they cut it, and it's like you can still be judged. Like don't. And then like Dalton did that, and I said, man, why'd you quit, bro? I was like, don't quit. And then in his heat shrink, he was having struggles, but he didn't quit, dude. He didn't go, all right, I'm done. He finished his shrink, even though he creased it. And I was like, that's growth. I was like, he went from ripping his shit off and DQing himself to finishing the window, no matter how good or bad it was. And I was like, just that little 1 hour difference in the competition of him changing his mind and his mindset of doing it was just like, hell yeah. Like that's what I like to see too. Is you going from like, I'm not going to win, it don't matter, to I'm going to finish this fucking window, regardless if I'm going to win or not, you know?
Yeah. But we also do those competitions as like a morale booster, because the reason that we do one is the cleanest install is because as we're judging them or whatever, we get to show you what is acceptable, because a new tenner's worst nightmare is themselves. They're going to see a speck in the very top corner and they're going to want to rip that window off.
It's fucking, that drives me insane.
You know, so we have to show them, hey, look, even though you think this is the worst window in America, I'm going to show you this could come out. You could dust this with heat, get this out, this spec. Ain't nobody ever going to fucking see this. Now, we tell them, if you got some shit right in the middle, yeah, obviously. But the little things, you ain't got to worry about it. And that blows their mind. They're like, are you sure you'd send that out? And it's like,
yeah,
hell yeah, money in the bank, shorty.
Right. And then even we went over touch-ups a little bit in the training too, which on that quarter window that I demonstrated, like the edges, like because they had pinch marks when they put on the quarter, whoever did it, I don't even know. And I was like, look, this has probably been sitting for about 45 minutes, right? I said, if you just take your fucking, what is it fucking called? Chiseler, and you just push this out. I was like, look, there's nothing there. There's 4 little things around the border. And I was just like, look, this is how you turn a good tint job into a great tint job. Like, it's just super simple. You don't have to redo the window. Heat it up a little bit if you have to. Press it out. Don't smear the glue. You know, gentle pressure, not hard. You know, all those things. And a lot of the guys were like, oh, well, I didn't even think about touch-ups. Yeah. Like, yeah, dude. Like, that's like one of the main things. So, like, whenever somebody would ask me, would you let this leave? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'd hit it with my mini torch, push it a little bit, and let that shit ride, dude. Like, it's normal, you know?
Yeah, it'll be all right. Send that shit out. It's good.
Okay, so I want to get into one more thing before we leave. So you wanted to be an actor, right?
Yeah.
You still want to be an actor, right?
To this day, somebody's gonna pick me up.
Dude, you're already there, bro. We can make this work, like, right now.
I'm already technically doing movies. It's just for Geoshield.
There you go, dude. I love that. So at what age and what was going on in your life that you wanted to be an actor?
All right. So here's the time where I'm gonna. Do you remember earlier whenever you said, you know, you don't want the fame that comes with it, pretty much, basically?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I am very opposite.
Just from the stress, like, I like that people like me. Don't get me wrong, but it's like the constant pressure of people think I have to be perfect, or that I have to fucking. I can't really explain it. It's like I can't please everybody now. Like, I can't please everybody. And used to, I wouldn't give a shit about anybody. So it's like, I do it for me and for the people. Like, like Jamie said earlier in a comment, like, I heal out loud. Like, all the shit that I go through, I do it out loud because there's somebody somewhere that heals or that doesn't heal in silence. They sit there and they keep quiet about it and they don't talk about it. And it just builds. Cause I was that guy. I let it build from the time I was 15 until the time I was probably 32, until I started this whole like self-healing journey type thing, right? So I know what it's like to keep it shut up and keep it from everybody and act like everything's okay. But dude, like the criticism you get from being what people call weak, like some shitty people call weak or a bitch or a pussy or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? That you're in your feelings or that you're seeking sympathy. No, motherfucker. I'm saying, like, I'm not perfect and I'm fucking broken in the sense of like, I don't know how to put myself back together all the time. So here's how I do it. And this is what I think when I do it. And so that's why I put myself out there. But I know that I'm going to get criticized for it now. And it's like that part is what I don't like about the fame or whatever, because you don't fucking know me at all. Like, you know what I fucking show you. And unless you sit down with me one-on-one in a late night smoking 14 cigarettes and drinking waters and shit, like you don't have any fucking clue who you're dealing with. Like I'm a fucked up brained individual, but I'm also very much aware of what I've had to go through to be this happy. Anyways, continue. My bad.
So it's basically the same thing. I'll continue with the trauma dump. The reason that I am the way I am in life, and anybody that has ever met me or anybody that will meet me, I see Bill has been in the comments and stuff. I have yet to meet Bill.
He's awesome.
I can't wait to meet Bill. I'd love to meet Bill.
He's a great dude.
I see a bunch of his Facebook videos, but like I told you whenever we were doing our test, everything that you see right now on this, whether it's your phone screen or whatever, I am the same exact way in person. I am always happy. I'm always upbeat. And it's because of my past, you know. My father, when I was very young, he was bipolar, basically borderline schizophrenic. He tried killing me at one point.
That's crazy,
Do you
brother.
know the Tostitos dip jars, like the real big motherfuckers?
The what?
The Tostitos dip jars? Like the chip dip stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I got off the school bus one day and I was hungry. Mind you, we were dead poor. I ate the rest of the chip dip, and he woke up and he said, you know, who ate the fucking dip? And I'm sitting there like, I'm an only child. Obviously it's me, dude. Well, he grabbed it off the computer desk and he threw it at me. And he fractured the back of my skull and he broke my collarbone.
Good Lord.
So my grandmother had lived like a half a mile up the road. So I started running to her house. He chased me out the house, heard the footsteps. Still to this day, when people like run up behind me, it kind of like triggers like
It makes, you know? I mean, it's completely understandable.
So ran to my grandmother's house and she called 911. Cops picked him up, everything. He went to jail and he was in and out of mental institutions. Mind you, I'm like 11 years old at this point in time. Well, then once he was out of the picture, my mom started picking up drinking. And she got real bad on alcohol. She would always come home from bars, had a different dude coming home every night. Had 10, 50, 11 million people that I called dad, you know, but I obviously just knew them by their first names. Well, by the time I was 15, I left home. I went, started staying with buddies and everything.
Same.
And I really had to grow up. Like I had to grow the fuck up, you know, at that point in time. It was either grow up or do some drugs and shit and go on a bad path. Well, luckily, I started living with a very good friend of mine and finished school and everything, did horrible in school. But while I was in school, I needed some type of
outlet.
And the way that I found that was...
You didn't do sports really except for baseball, right?
Well, I played baseball up to high school, but I didn't make the high school team. So I joined tennis, which I was a dog at. I have 2 state championship patches on my letter.
Dog.
So if anybody wants to put me on the court, I'll still whoop your ass.
Dog, I would love to go against you. I'm terrible.
I'm a gangsta at some tennis, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But I joined theater, you know, because they do the whole, once you join high school, you get to go look at all the different extracurriculars. And theater just has always, I've always been a movie guy. I've always loved watching TV because as a kid, you know, being so fucking scared, I would just keep myself locked in my room and all I had was TV. So I joined theater, realized that I could start doing voices and shit. And I was like, well, hell, this is meant to be, you know? Because I used to sit in the house and I remember my dad would watch like Adult Swim. You remember Adult Swim?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yep.
Do Do you know Meatwad?
I do know me. You have a Meatwad voice, I think, don't you?
Yeah, so
Yes, I knew it.
we're on a Doctor podcast, and
I fucking
so
love that.
I used to do shit like that with myself
Yeah.
because that was all my outlet. That was the way that I could keep all my stuff out of my own head, you know.
Yeah.
So took up theater, did that for all 4 years of high school, did a bunch of plays, did stuff at the Ascension Community Theater, which is in my local hometown. And then once I graduated, I got a scholarship for tennis in North Louisiana.
Sick.
So went there, continued the theater thing, got into like editing classes, videography classes, stuff like that.
Like production stuff?
Production stuff, learning things and all that. And then I left college, moved back home, stayed with some more buddies. And I did that from by the time I was 18 to mid 20s. I just kept moving around houses with buddies. And then I met my fiance, hopefully soon this year, wife. But
y'all better invite me to the fucking wedding, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's invited to my wedding.
I'm pulling up, dog. I'm pulling up, bro.
Yeah, just kept doing the thing. And then that's why I love starting here, because Burns gave me the opportunity to basically help bring the social media up, and characters like Uncle Lou, and doing all the Facebook reels, and now being community manager and being able to be on podcasts like yours and everything. And it's just that feeling to me. The whole reason that I do anything that I do is because I hope one day my parents see me doing all this good shit and go, damn.
Fuck, I missed out.
We missed out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel you in the sense of I left at 15 too, man. And it was drug related. Found out some things that weren't pleasant. And I was like, well, I'm moving out. I can't be around this. I'm an athlete. Like, I play football. Like, I can't be around this situation. So I ended up moving out and living with my girlfriend in high school at the time and her parents. And that was a trip. That's a whole fucking book. But yeah, the growing up thing, I didn't do that. I just did I just like ignored everything bad, and I'd never really dealt with it.
Yeah.
You know, like I just ignored it, and I was like, well, that didn't happen. You know, like, well, that didn't happen. I'm just going to be figuring out life, I guess. And yeah, and I kind of went down the whole going to college and drinking a lot and smoking a lot path, and just a whole bunch of stuff, man. And yeah, the reason I do a lot of the Be Who You Needed shit is because, like, I don't remember learning life as a child. Like, I don't remember, I knew right from wrong because I was pretty smart, but I didn't understand people and how people moved and like what things meant and like how situations would be. And I would take things the wrong way. Like, I really thought growing up that like I didn't really have friends. And I thought it just felt bad for me. You know what I mean? And so like, and I apologize to all my fucking childhood friends for saying this, but like, I just felt like I was always out of place and I didn't belong with anybody. So I was just kind of like, oh, I guess I'm here, and, you know, hope I don't mess it up, you know? And that's that looming thought of like feeling like a disappointment, or like you didn't do what you were supposed to do, in the sense of like growing up. In a way, like I felt like even still to this day, I feel like I'm still trying to grow up. And that's why I say all the time, like, oh, I'm about to go do this grown up thing, like doing my taxes. I'm like, I'm about to go do some grown up shit. Or like whenever I'm doing business, I'm like, oh, well, I got to be a grown up for a minute, you know? But then when I had kids, man, like that's when it really hit me. Like I was like, shit, like how the fuck am I supposed to raise this kid? Like, and I start, and you start thinking about it, and you're like, I don't remember anything that I was taught growing up, you know, except for the things my grandmother taught me, because she was my rock. Like, this is the house I'm in right now is her house, and this is where I grew up. In this basement is where I lived, and I'm constantly reminded now of all the things she tried to do because she knew what was going on. I didn't. And so like she was trying to help me, and I took it as like she was trying to take my parents' job, but also she should have. And so like being basically raised by her, she's a very emotional person and a very caring and a very loving person. And like I lost touch of that side of myself for a while. And like here recently in the past year, I've kind of reconnected with that and been like, I really do care too much. Like I might act like that I don't give a shit or that I've got a fucking temper or whatever, but it's most of the time because I care too much to the point where it's like I want it to be fixed, whatever it is. I need it to go right because like when it doesn't go right, I feel like it's my fault. Like everything, it's my fault if something falls through. It's my fault if somebody's unhappy. You know, that people pleasing of like, I don't think that I was the right kid growing up, and like I
Yeah.
didn't do the right things. You know what I mean? So like with my kids, I try to make sure that they feel like they have done nothing wrong other than they're a kid and they have to understand where they went wrong instead of just like ignoring it, you know, because I was like you, dude. I was always in my room playing video games, watching TV. I was never in the common areas of the house talking with my parents and my siblings. I was always isolated because
Yeah.
I just didn't feel in place in a sense, you know, like I was just out of place all the time. And so now I try to put myself in the position as an adult to where I feel like I belong and I feel like I'm accepted and appreciated because that's what I lacked for a long time. And how I was raised does not dictate who I am now, but it definitely has programming inside of me that I can't get over right now. Like it's a long process to get over that mental programming that you have that you didn't even know about, right? Until you make it aware to yourself and you make an intentional effort to change it, you'll never fucking get out of that like reaction phase. Instead of
Yeah.
like you're responding to things now, like how I am, I used to just react to everything. So I was very impulsive. I was very, what you say, bipolar. Like I have bipolar tendencies. Don't get me wrong, and there's definitely some screws loose. But I've kind of come to terms with it. I'm not broken. I'm just figuring things out still. At 36 years old, I'm still trying to figure out life, and I'm
Which
trying
is
to do
fine.
it. Which I'm trying. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, like, for anybody that feels like they're lost, dude, we're all lost. We're just trying to find our fucking way. And the fun is the journey. It's not where we're going to end up or what we're doing in the future. It's what you're doing right now in the present to make your life better. And as long as I can tell myself that every day, I have a good day. Like,
Exactly.
you got to make it a good day. And I was for a long time just not wanting to have good days. Like it just felt normal to not have good days. And
Yeah.
now it's starting to feel more normal to accept that I am having a good day and that it's okay and it's not going to get fucked up by some random thing. You know, as long as you can figure out when that feeling is and like kind of shift your fucking mind to something else, like then you'll see that like life is sweet, man. Like it's pretty fucking dope. And the more that you express yourself and the more that you put yourself out there authentically, the more some people will gravitate towards you and the some like more people will push you away if they don't want that in their life. Like if they don't want to see somebody being happy or figuring out themselves and finding their purpose in a way, like they don't want to be around it. So you can't let that affect you. That's their choice, not yours, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for, because like I said, you know, not having a father figure ever, I had to teach myself everything. But if it wasn't for, there's plenty of times where I have texted Cubby and Burns and told them that they are the best father figures I could have ever
Yeah,
asked
man.
for. Because when I
Right.
started this job, I was 25, 26 years old. I'm now,
Right.
I'll be 32 in November. So, you know, almost my whole late 20s into my 30s, these two guys that gave me an opportunity and have built me up really if it wasn't for Burns and him just giving me the platforms to grow and telling me always how proud he is of me. I mean, still to this day, with John coming on board, Adam, Brent, everybody, Burns doesn't have to talk to me anymore and everything.
Right.
But, you know, I'm OG. And to Burns, you know, I'm like a son, basically, you
Right.
know? And it's cool to still get those texts, you know, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everything you've done. Let's kill it this year. All this stuff, da-da-da-da-da. Hell, I posted a picture the other night, literally just messing around. So I'm rewrapping my truck. I'm doing this crazy cool design, and I didn't want everybody to see it. So I threw it up on my Facebook for my subscribers, which I don't have any, but I was like, let me see if anybody buys this stuff. Dude, Burns, the only person that paid his money. This is my boss. This guy owns this company. He paid money to just see this picture of my truck wrap. But it's like, it's one of those things that Burns has never, ever left my corner, and I will never, ever leave his.
I love that.
Because that's like a father.
Brother. Yep. He said you're like a brother. So he doesn't see you as a son. He sees you as a brother, which is awesome.
Shit, if we're brothers, I'm coming over right now. I want some hog head cheese on some crackers. But it's true. You know, I attest all my happiness right now to Geoshield and Burns and Cubby and Trey as well, because I didn't know Trey. Trey used to come in.
Trey's cool as shit, dude. I like Trey a lot.
Dude, he used to bring us HVAC stuff, mini splits, everything. And he came into my office one day and he straight up told me, he said, because he wanted to come back and work for Geoshield full time. And when that transition was happening, he told me straight up, he said, I attest most of Geoshield's growth to what you've done for the company.
That's
and dude,
awesome,
to hear that as like a 27-year-old kid still, basically, that you helped a company grow like that,
right,
bro, it just makes it more fun. You know,
that shows your
Burns
value.
He's given me every avenue to just have fun, you know, play with it, do whatever I want, and it has
free range.
Amazing. Free range. That's it. Yeah. We've always had fun at Geoshield. That's what it's about.
And because of your story about how you were raised, like it seems like you were in a very like tiptoe eggshells situation where you couldn't express yourself in a way that you wanted to, and so you never got that feedback of like, I'm proud of you and you're doing it right. So now then, same with me, man. Like when people accept and they appreciate me, dude, it literally will make me cry. Like it makes me feel so valuable. Like that's what I've gained the most from leaving the academy, was all of the value that I felt in myself because of what y'all said and what the students said and the things that I believed about me were not true. Now I have this new understanding of, like I said earlier, well, maybe I've been wrong this whole time. And maybe I just need to believe people instead of going like, oh, they're just saying that to be nice. Like, that's still my thing. It's like, they're just doing that because they want to be nice, you know? But now I'm like, they genuinely give a shit. And that's something that like, I most of my close friends, like I get it. And I appreciate them a lot for it. But like to have guys that I've only known for 5 days being like, dude, you've really fucking helped me a lot. And like, I really appreciate everything you've done. It's just, it's an overwhelming feeling at times, man. And because I've stopped drinking, like all of the emotions that I've suppressed over the years are like just flooding. So even the smallest, like, I'm proud of you will fucking break me some days, especially for my grandma, dude. Like if she says it, bro, I'm a fucking sopping mess.
Yeah.
Like when she comments on my shit on Facebook, like anytime, and she says she's proud of me, it just makes me feel so good. You know?
There's a lot of fucking pollen in the air today, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm actually tearing up right now, but still, like, and it's okay, guys, to have emotions and to be fucking grateful to the point to where you want to fucking break down and cry. Like, and if people tell you that you're a pussy for it, fuck them. Like, it is what it is, because at least you have feelings, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not, life's not about being fucking hard all the time. And like, you can just shrug things off. In my opinion, if you have an opinion, it is what it is. Like, if you don't think that that's a way to be raised or how you should be, it is what it is. But like, that's where I find my balance is like, I am kind of like an asshole at times, but that's my defense mechanism for like shit talk and like belittling and things like that, like disrespect. And that's usually the only time I get mad is like when it's disrespect, because like it feels like I wasn't really respected, especially from myself to myself, for a long time. So it's like now I have this newfound respect for myself, and like I'm not gonna waver from it. And I'll still fucking get in my feelings if it's somebody that I really care about that's disrespecting me, because like, why would you? Like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like who are you to do that shit? Like, does it make you feel better? Like, how do you feel now? You know? But
exactly.
Aside from that, it's just like, we deal with struggles. Everybody does. And some small struggles are bigger for some people than large struggles are for people, you know? And it really comes down to your programming, like how your brain's wired from the get. And if you've been able to reprogram your brain to think a certain way based on what you've already been through, then like fucking cheers to you, dude, because like you broke it. Like you broke that fucking mindset. And that's kind of the point where I'm at, is where I'm like, I feel like I'm right there. Like, I'm not cocky about who I am, but I'm super confident in myself, and I'm actually respecting myself more by being authentic than ever.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
100%.
You know, because we all need it, especially for ourselves. And I guess that's the thing I was missing out on, is like I always would put it in other people and be like, I want to make this person proud. I want to make this person proud. Fucking make yourself proud, man. Like, look in the mirror and be like, hey, dude, you're killing it. Or
Exactly.
if somebody gives you a compliment, accept it and be like, thank you. I've worked very hard for this, you know? Like, it's more work than you think trying to beat yourself. Like, a lot. A fuck ton.
Which is why I kind of I shifted my, you know, let's just say the Christmas party this past year, Randy had walked up to me, and I mean, most of you guys have seen, I know you've seen personally, but me singing on top of the rafter and everything.
Sick.
And because I don't drink, I'll be 4 years sober this year.
Congratulations, bro. That's
don't
awesome.
do drugs. The only thing I do is smoke cigarettes. And Randy had
cigarettes.
asked me,
Yeah, I just got my cigarettes.
They get this pick on me.
Can I get a pack of Pall Mall Blues, please?
But Randy had asked me, he said, Chase, how do you do it? And I said, what are you talking about, Randy? He said, every single day, it doesn't matter. You never show that you're having a bad day. You're always happy. Like, how do you do it? And I said, really? It's honestly just because I know that I am proud of myself and everything that I have accomplished in life. And I am at a place where I have enough respect for myself and enough confidence in myself that I want to spread the happiness with everyone around me.
It's infectious, man.
You have to. Somebody has to be the infection, and I would rather be the happiness infection. Because honestly, the thing that I live by is memento mori, which is basically, you know, death is inevitable. It's going to happen one day. So why spend?
Is that Buddhism?
No, that's
Taoism or some shit.
No, it's the like Socrates and shit.
Oh hell yeah,
Stoic.
Old philosopher shit. Yeah.
Old philosopher, Stoic.
I like that stuff.
Stoicism, everything like that. But yeah, basically death is inevitable. So why wake up each morning and be mad? Oh, I stepped in dog shit. Oh, the fucking toast burnt. Oh, this car is going too slow down the damn interstate. Whenever in all reality, everything like that happens for a reason. You know?
Right.
Find the happiness in anything that you do. You know, whether you're a window tender, I want everybody in these comments to realize that each and every one of you in the comment section is worth something. And everybody who watches this video after this is worth something.
Of course.
We all have bills, you know, we all have mortgages, we all have car payments. Your transmission might have just went out. You're struggling in school. You're struggling with work. Let me tell you, this too shall pass.
Yes.
Everything happens
Love
for
that
a
one.
reason.
That's one of my favorites. Good or
It
bad.
will all be better.
Yeah, good or bad, this too shall pass. Like if you're like right now, I'm riding this high from last week and I've been having a great fucking week this week. And like I know that it's not gonna be this way for much longer. Like I'm gonna have a day where I'm like, fuck this, but also I'm gonna be like, well, I'm glad I got challenged today at least. You know, you gotta look at it like that. Like at least you got a growth challenge, basically.
Yeah.
Like you're going through it because it's gonna make you a better person.
Yep.
And usually the harder that you have to get through it, or the harder it is to get through it, the more fucking worth it is at the end. You know, like all that challenge is worth it because you're gonna come out the other side stronger. And even if it's just a little bit, like it takes you 10 more seconds to get mad than last time, or 20 more seconds, or you sit in that feeling for 30 minutes one time and then 10 minutes the next time, like you're gonna be able to handle it better next time. Because it's growth, it's learning, and it's
exactly
life. So
now, if you make the same mistakes a bunch of times, then
that's on
did you
you.
really learn anything?
That's on you. Like you're choosing that.
That's the definition of insanity.
Yes.
Trying the same thing, expecting a different outcome. The definition of insanity.
Hey, Jamie, like this one. Look.
Death is inevitable. Find the happiness in anything that you do. Exactly.
Put that shit on a t-shirt, dog.
Look, let me tell you another thing that resonates. I guarantee more people in this comment section are scared of death than anything. We're all scared of death. Nobody knows what's going to happen. You know, we've all had people that passed on, animals, relatives, friends, whatever. But is it death that we're really scared of, or are we scared to live? Because living is the hardest thing to do because it's right now.
A lot of us are alive, but are we really living?
Exactly. Are you living by just coasting through life, being pissed off at everything?
Yeah, you were just walking around worrying all the time, man. What kind of life is that? Like, damn, dude. Yeah, that's a deep one. That's a deep thought right there. And you know me, I love my deep thoughts, bro. I don't know if you're a fan, but a lot of people, they're like, man, this shady fucking guy, he don't ever just take things as like, yeah, that car's red. I'm like, man, that red is so fucking fire. It's the fucking symbol for this. Like, you know, like it just looks like a majestic fucking clump of lava just flowing through the damn mountain or whatever. Like it's just like I can't think of things on the surface level anymore after I saw this one fucking video of the guy. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen it, where he's interviewing him on the streets, and the dude walks between the camera and the guy he's interviewing. He goes, "That guy just acted like he didn't even see us." And he goes, "We're all living our own world, doing our own things, worrying about our own shit." He's like, "Who's to say that he just didn't notice us here?" And then he's like, "Man, that was pretty deep." And he goes, "Well, if you always look on the surface, you won't find the things worth digging for." And I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Boy," I was like, "That shit hits hard." Like that's like, I think about that more than anything. I'm like, okay, this is happening, but what's the real thing behind this? And then you think about it longer and you go, oh, so this could teach me about this then. You know, like I relate it to almost anything in life. If I just see something normal and regular that somebody be like, oh, that's this thing. I'm like, yeah, but it also has to do with this. Like if you think about it like this, you know?
Exactly. But that's with anything in life. People, okay, the easiest one is coworkers. You know, you're an entrepreneur, so you get to work for yourself. But a coworker
I got two little shit coworkers that help me on the weekends sometimes. You know, just kidding.
Even your kids, you know, because just like my daughter, when they're mad at something, it's like, are they really mad at that, or is there something going on? Did they stub their toe at school and they're still pissed off at that? You know? Right.
Just their friend call them a duty head at recess, you know?
Exactly. But not everything is on the surface. Sometimes you have to dig deeper. And that's where I think men, especially like right now, just talking man to man, you know, I could hop into a live of yours and you just be hand cutting a window doing your thing. And then you're pissed the fuck off. But then really it's because you had a horrible day. You spilt coffee on yourself.
Yeah.
Your Uncrustable had crust on it.
Right.
Jessica stepped on your toe with high heels on, you know.
Right.
But not everything is at that surface level. So if you ever meet anybody, competition, in real life, whatever, and they're having the worst fucking day possible, instead of being an asshole back to them and saying, damn, John's got a fucking attitude, fuck that guy, you know, maybe just walk up to him, start a conversation. Hey man, you're not really your usual self.
Yeah, what happened this morning, man? You good?
Everything good? Because let me tell you, that one conversation has saved a lot of people. And some people,
sure, bro.
Some people, that conversation was probably needed and it just never happened.
Yep. I've had a couple people, man, that, and not like to toot my own horn or anything, but they'll be like, man, I saw this one post you made and I was having a really shitty day and it completely changed my whole perspective on life. Like it literally took them from, dude, fuck this day, I don't want to be here, or I just want to quit or whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, but you've worked so hard to get where you're at. Like, why would you give up now? Like you're still undefeated.
Yeah,
you are fucking 1,000-0 right now. Like you can't give up the perfect streak, bro. Like you're still winning. You're here. You're doing it. You have the opportunity to make yourself better, or you have the opportunity to just have a day, not a good day, not a bad day, but just a day.
Yep.
You still have the 24. You can still have it. Like you could be indifferent about your day. You still had one. Some people don't. And like, you should cherish that and be grateful and like make the most of it, or make the least of it. Who cares? It's your fucking day.
That's why I make that's the main reason I love creating content, is because so back in high school, when my senior year, you know how they do the voting and shit, like prom queen, prom king, all that. Mm-hmm. So they didn't call it class clown, it was called most wittiest, which is the class clown. Right. So I was voted the most wittiest of my class in 2013.
Nice.
But it's because I've always loved making people smile. If I could change one person's day, I feel like I changed 100 people's day.
Yeah.
And that's why I make the videos I do, because I want people to laugh. I want
and
excitement in people's lives.
And you probably weren't the happiest doing it either.
No, at that point in time, hell no.
And that's a great point, because like the things that you're missing out on, you want to give to other people in hopes kind of that they would do the same. Yeah. You're like, all right, now it's your turn. You know, like, come on. Like,
but see, back then I would be like, all right, it's your turn to say something to me. But then I was slowly drifting in the back, you know. But now, luckily, like I said, you know, I have found my people, my niche, my network and stuff. And now I have friends like you, Brent, Burns, Cubby, Trey, Adam, whoever, that when I give, now I receive.
Yeah. You found your place, man. And I love that.
It's like that culmination of my life has finally come together.
All of that work that you put in is finally paying off. And it was excruciating and painful. And some days you probably felt like that you didn't have it and you're never going to get it. And you can't see that road that you're going to be taking to get there. And you're like just looking off into the fog and you're like, where the fuck am I going? And then the fog starts to settle and then you see that route and you're like, oh shit, there's a new path. And you go down there and then you keep going and it just takes you deeper and deeper into where you need to go. And then now you're there. And now you get to take people along with you. You're just picking up people along the way. You're like, all right, hop in, loser. We're going to go fucking be great.
Exactly.
Let's go have a good life, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? Let's go.
So what's funny, I told you I had the comments on my phone. My best friend that I cook with on the weekends, he just said, carpe diem, stop worrying about what's going to happen. Just live in the moment and figure out the rest when it gets here. That's how I look at it. So what's funny about
Cross that bridge when you get there.
I actually have carpe noctem tattooed on my chest.
I love it.
Because that's how you should live every day. You never know when it's going to be your last. So why live it? Why live that day in just spite and hate and just nastiness, ugliness?
I love it. I hear you. Hell yeah. This has been a great fucking 2-hour show.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I think it's about time we cut it though, because I could sit here for fucking 3 more hours, dog. Like this is my shit. I could talk about this forever. Forever. And it's been a great show. But before we do get off of here, I just want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your stories. Hopefully it helps somebody. I know it's probably going to help at least one person watching. I hope it helps many people. I hope it helps everybody that needs it. Thank you for being so inviting at the Academy, and for everybody at Geoshield that was so welcoming and so over the top nice to me. I really greatly appreciate it. All the kind words during the training, all the affirmations, and like, hey dude, you're doing a great job, keep it up. Like all of that shit, man. Like I really greatly appreciate it. Y'all helped me find a new area of my life that I want to kind of work on. And I hope to be able to do it again someday for y'all. And if anybody else would like to have me and rent me for a week for training, feel free.
Hell yeah.
I have a confidence now that I can do it, and I will be more prepared next time, I promise, because this was basically my training for training, and I'm a natural. So all I can really do is get better from here. And your stories were great, man. And I really appreciate, like I said, man, I really appreciate you sharing those, dude, because we're pretty similar, you and I, you know, and I could tell that. I can always tell that when I meet somebody, especially in person. Like when I see people online, I'm like, I don't know, me and him might butt heads. But then when you meet in person, you dick around, you play around, you joke around, work together. You can really see the people that you can vibe with, right? And I just knew, like, since the first day coming into the Academy, we started fucking bullshit, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be great. Like, we're gonna be able to work together amazingly. But before we do get off here, I do something called the Dark Truth Final Thought, like kind of like from Jerry Springer, like just like a little monologue, or like your best piece of advice for somebody like yourself. Like even something you want to tell people that you would have told yourself back then if you could go back in time. And I think you've already touched on it, but if you want to go ahead and do that, we'll do that, and then I'm gonna close out the show and put these kids in bed, because they're supposed to be in bed already, but
mine's definitely in bed already. All right, some final thoughts. First off, to you, Shady J, I want to say that I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Everything that you did last week was awesome. You know, coming in as a guest trainer, you know, not really knowing the ropes, it being a spur of the moment type thing, it was probably extremely terrifying to do that.
Definitely.
You handled it fucking amazing, dude. You handled it great. You know,
Appreciate
being there, helping Brent, helping myself, teaching us new things. It was a great time. So I just want to say that I'm proud of you and thank you for coming down. You are always welcome down here. Maybe one time, whenever you come back down, it'll be a little bit more summer. We can hop on an airboat and go kill an alligator or something.
I mean, I'm down. I'm so down, bro.
We can do some crazy shit.
I'm down.
We can get in my buddy's boat and go head down the river. You know,
I'll make a weekend out of it. Trust me.
Exactly. As far as everybody who has taken the time to listen to us two jackrabbits ramble for the past couple of hours, even if you feel like nobody loves you and you don't love yourself, I want you to know that little old Chase loves you. You know, I hope every single person in these comments has the best year of their lives. Good things are coming. If you wanted that new house, guess what? You're going to get it. If you wanted to pay off all your credit card debt, guess what? You're going to get it. Need a new car? You're going to get it. All you have to do is put your mind to it, and you could achieve the best things that you can. And I am a true testament to that fact. Because when I was younger, did I ever think that I'd be working in an office, being able to create content, being on podcasts as great as this one? Hell no. But through perseverance and drive and telling myself every single day that I am going to make something of myself, here I am. And I am doing the damn thing.
You got damn right, bro. I love that.
Exactly.
I love it.
And to anybody who watches this after the fact and you're not watching this live, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I love it, dude. Love it, dude. Dude, I appreciate you being on, man. I'm going to have to clip that for sure. But everybody, we appreciate y'all watching. But Chase, I'm gonna boot you out real quick, do my outro video and all that good stuff. And if you want to stick around for a second after we get bullshit a little bit more, you don't have to. I know you got to get home.
Yeah. 10-4. Hey, look, real quick before you boot me, to answer everybody's begging question, I am competing in Film Fest rep versus rep competition, and I'm gonna win the whole damn thing.
Oh shit! Mic drop. Timu Tenor out, bro. Love you. See ya. Y'all hear that? Y'all better be ready for the rep versus rep at Film Fest, bro. He's coming for that fucking win, dude. I love it. What a great show. Jay Peters, Squatch, he was right. He told me plan for 2 hours. I told him we were going to try to do 1.5, but I knew it would go over. We had barely touched on anything after the hour and a half mark, and getting that last little bit of the men's mental health stuff at the end there is what I really, really wanted to get on here. Because like he said, dude, if he can do it, you can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too, because you're not alone. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm not always responsive right away. I do get pretty busy and I do read things and I fucking squirrel out and I forget. But just remember, you do belong here, like he was saying. And if you ever need anything, feel free to holler at me or Chase. I'm sure he will be open to that as well. But I do have to cut this off. It's been a great time. 2 hours, longest show in a minute. My guest was amazing. The chats were amazing. Thank y'all for being here. And I will catch y'all on the next one next week on the Dark Truth Podcast. See y'all later.